Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Bread Mower.
And this is IFXtra. So, how is everyone this week? I hope you're okay. Getting through February, almost into March.
I know.
February's quite a short month, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
It goes quickly.
It does. It does.
March
anyway.
next month.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying March next month.
Okay, can you tell us what you've been doing this week?
Okay, yeah. So, been actually getting some stuff done this week. We got app updates going out on Android and iOS earlier in the week, so they'll be available now.
iOS is working again?
It's a giant pain. It is a very big pain. We still got this problem with some of the dev kit stuff, but I managed to get an update out. So the main thing is there was a fix for IRL games where in the app, it was one of these things where it was dependent on certain things happening and stuff. But basically, in the app, sometimes your IRL reservations were getting released incorrectly.
Oh, he's looking at something on there. He's looking at those going around.
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, what's that?
We got grumble here. So sometimes your IRL reservations were incorrectly released. So update gone out to fix that on Android and iOS.
Ooh,
but
cool.
also it's caught up iOS with the current version of the Android app. Because we haven't been able to do an update on iOS for a little while. So some of the recent stuff that's gone in, various bug fixes, things like that. Things like pressing the profile picture on someone's profile takes you to the game now. We got pronouns on profile pages, comments, forum posts, etc. Can configure those in settings in the app now. It's optional, you can just leave it as it is if you want, but if you'd like to set one, you can do that. Potential fix for the dark mode issue on iPhone and iPad. I can't reproduce it on our test kit, so I'm not entirely sure if it's fixed, but it seems to be working correctly for me. If any of you have turned on dark mode on your iPhone, iPad in system settings, not within the app, and the app still looks weird to you, let me know and I can have another look at it. But it appears to be working for me at least.
Cool.
Probably some other odds and ends. I forget what. But yeah, so app updates, that's cool. Working on a test of something for the website as well, which isn't ready to go yet, but maybe next week sometime. And I've been starting to work on some back-end changes to how the various game queues work. So like, the just draw, just describe, spurn, etc. How those are generated. I'm doing some groundwork for future things. So yeah, nothing interesting to see there yet, but it will facilitate interesting things in the future. Cool.
I hear we have a new patron too.
We do, yes.
Who's that then?
That's Un Fefe Sauvage.
Un Fefe Sauvage, what a cool name.
Exactly. So they're supporting us over on Patreon.
Thank you.
Patreon, which is very cool. Thank you very much. That sort of goes towards, it's like a little monthly thing going towards paying for server bills.
Don't lick.
Oh, thank you.
Just lick the Ginger
He's
Tom.
trying to lick Ginger Tom. Are you jealous? Are you trying to be nice to him because he's lost his Savoys? Yeah. It's very much appreciated. It gives us a little bit of money to go towards server bills and things like that, and feeding cats and things. So we do really appreciate your support. You're very kind. Thank you very much.
Right, now it's time to see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Gumby for Angelic Crow. I just love the detail on this bird and the beautiful sunshine behind him. He's got a halo. He looks beautiful. Well done, Gumby.
My favourite description this week was Young Girl Convinces Living Squash to Give Up Crime by Armurf 2001. Aside from the fact that that's a nice note to end the game on, I also like the fact that Armurf's taken the angles and the shading and interpreted that snowman as a squash. Love it. Nice work, Armurf 2001.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Heraclium for Mona Lisa with large chest. This isn't probably what the previous describer was expecting to see, but it's very funny and brilliantly drawn. Well done, Heraclium. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about in the forums last week. So last week I said what's the latest craze on the internet? At the time I wrote it, we were watching Big Jet TV, weren't we? Because there was a storm over London, and we were watching this guy in a field who was filming planes trying to land at Heathrow. And it was scary stuff, wasn't it?
It was. He was really enthusiastic. Obviously, he's like a big fan of this. I think like he's been doing it for ages.
Does it a long time.
But you were watching these planes come in, and sort of in like the really strong wind, and he was sort of like really rooting for them all,
getting down. Yeah.
And he's like, "Come on, my son, you can do this. You got it." And then this guy lands the plane like, it's like a little bit, sort of, but he gets it down. And this guy's like, "Bosh, get it down. Nice work, my son." And it was really fun to watch.
So we asked you, what have you seen recently on the internet? And the Toastman said Wordle. Wordle has taken the world by storm, and there's dozens of spin-offs and copycats, along with the original game. They've been keeping our collective brains busy over on Discord. So
yes. We have a Wordle chat thread over on Discord now.
Post your results.
Playinterference.com/Discord if you want to post your results in there. So Wordle, I've seen Quordle, like the quad Wordle where you're doing 4 at once. I've seen Nerdle, which is the one where you're doing maths.
No, I can't do that.
And
what was that weird one you were doing this morning?
Simurtle or something, which is there's a secret word, and you put in words that you're guessing, and it tells you how semantically similar it is. Like I got
how far have you got?
No, I haven't done any more. So
that'll take you forever.
I don't know. You might put in animal, and it goes, this is kind of close. And you go cat, and it's like no. Oh, you go creature, and it's like, oh yeah, that's even closer. And you sort of have to sort of iterate. I thought it was interesting. It was really, really hard.
Get it right. Yeah. That's crazy.
But all kinds of things. Yeah.
So what's Dikesh been saying?
Dikesh saying, it's not per se an internet thing, but for the last few days I've been obsessed with kick bikes, large kick scooters that have proper bike wheels. I was like, okay. Yeah. From what I've seen, look like great fun to cruise around with. I think I might buy one. Of course, all I can do is use the internet to research the topic.
Of course.
Okay, so it's on the internet. So many options. I wish I had a store close by hand that had several models to try out. And also so I could buy one that's completely assembled. I mean, that sounds kind of fun. We've got scooters.
We've got scooters, but they've got tiny
little scooters with scooter-sized wheels that we use for going it. Well, we haven't been into town recently.
Not for a couple of years.
we used to use them for going into town because it's mostly downhill. And then you could fold them up, stick it on your back, and get the bus back. It was good. Yeah. If you've got any sort of cool latest crazes that you're getting involved in online or offline, why not? Let us know over in that thread called Latest Craze.
Okay, now we're going to see what we talk about next week in the forums. How do you unwind after work or study? Sometimes I like to go for a walk or get absorbed in a box set on TV, or if it's almost weekend, a glass of wine. How about you?
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pin thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list.
Okay, don't forget tomorrow night is Zeitgeist Quiz Night. 5 rounds, 5 different topics.
Yeah, so after our rare week off last week, we are back into it. So tomorrow will be Zeitgeist Season 12, Episode 1. So we have season leaderboards where we track everyone's scores and stats over the 12-week seasons and see how everyone does at the end. But we'll be clearing all of that down and starting from fresh.
It's a good time to jump in and have a go.
Exactly. So we don't have any scores to report from last week.
No, we don't.
But those of you who haven't seen this, it's 5 rounds of 5 questions each. Each round's based on one of the week's drawings from Interference, which Bunnery here picks. Uses them as inspiration for the topics. So we won't know what those topics are until the night. But do you want to tease us a bit with the featured artists?
I can. This week's featured artists are Beef Boy, Picnic, Die, Mukluk Canuck, and the Flaming Mullet. Some amazing names there.
Okay, interesting. Sneezy boy. Okay, so we won't see what the pictures are until the night. Then we'll have to guess what the topics are going to be.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to join us for that, that will be Sunday, 7 p.m. UK over on twitch.tv/interference.
Good time to join. Okay, on Thursday we do Zeitgeist 20, which is 20 questions on just one topic. And last week we had science.
Science.
Yeah, and our expert on science was Catcus. We've got 170. And second was Toastmaster with 163, and then Goose was third with 162. So quite close there.
I feel like we've got a few sciencey people around, haven't we? So that went quite well. Yeah. But yeah. So they were quite high scores. I enjoyed that one. You know, there were some nice things there.
Yeah. Would you like to know what next week's that goes to?
Go on then.
It's just called Odd One Out.
Ah, okay.
There'll be 4 options. One will be odd.
Okay, we can do it.
I'll kind of give you a little context for each one.
Yeah. I mean, we've done some of those before, haven't we?
Yeah,
so yeah, that'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to join us for that, that'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. UK, over on twitch.tv/interference.
Okay, that's all the news for that. So just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can join on the web at playinterference.com or search for Interference in the App Store on your device. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, on Facebook at PlayInterference, and patreon.com/interference if you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building the app, building new cool interactive things for you, feeding cats.
Don't
yes.
Don't forget me.
I haven't forgotten you. I haven't forgotten you. And all of the other things we do for you. We really appreciate your support. Patrons get supporter status and interference, so you get cool things like replays, access to the fancy challenge system, and some other stuff that we've got planned coming soon. And if you're a quiz player, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava.
Yeah, like Toastmaster was the latest one to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Very pleased with his.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's all the news for now. So we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep. Have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye.
Bye.